Hey guys, well, Fabio Wardley beats Joseph Parker in a 12-round, well, actually in round 11 in a 12-round fight. WBO and WBA interim titles at stake. And one of those left a little dizzy. Thanks for everybody that came to my channel and heard the brilliant blow-by-blow calling from fight fans, Leon Figures. It's always amazing, so thank you, sir, for doing that. Listen, Linda, that was a premature stoppage. Let's just get to that bit first and foremost. So, Fabio Wardley, I predicted a Joseph Parker win by a late round stoppage between 9 and 11. Let's just go from here. Joseph Parker's weight probably was an issue, which I probably overlooked to the degree that I thought he could actually still keep some element of speed, because he actually has boxed at that weight before. But with this, Fabio Wardley was definitely the faster fighter. Joseph Parker just gassed out. Second round, Parker was in a lot of trouble, but they was back and forth, and there was ebbs and flows, and there was, peaks and valleys and whatever you stalagmites and stalactites, whatever one you want to pick it to be. Joseph Parker got clipped in the second round, and listen, if that bell, he was saved by the bell. If that bell did not ring, Joseph Parker would have left the booties in. Fabio Wardley was in a lot of trouble at points. Like, literally, it just kept switching. Yeah, it was a really good fight. Howard Foster. So Parker was saved by the bell. Fabio, front foot dominant, pressure fighter all the way. He actually boxed really well. Came in with the signature Ben Davidson approach with the jab to the body, jab up top. Let off some good shots, hooks to the body, and, a couple uppercuts. He was just the faster man. And Joseph Parker, he's got a chin. Just seemed a bit too slow, too gassed. I saw that Fabio Wardley learnt how to master the clinch, which is when he was in trouble by Parker, he would clinch Parker, and that was a great move. It's not much that you can say is that what I noticed, and I said it on my live show, calling it, was that when Fabio got a taste of Parker's power, he seemed to be able to handle it. But when you saw Fabio land on Parker, Parker said, no way. It registered as a hard hit to Parker. I would like to say that on the compy box, as the fight was going on, it was showing that Fabio was outdoing Parker. Shots landed, shots thrown, higher percentage of accuracy, body power punches. Parker's jab, he usually sets shots off the jab. The jab wasn't jabbing. It became that he decided, instead of boxing the brawler, or you brawl the boxer, he decided he wanted to just do this toe-to-toe thing. I don't know why that's not what you do with someone that can hit as hard. And when Joseph Parker, in later rounds, decided to box and just stick the jab in Fabio's face, there wasn't a lot that Fabio could do to break distance. When Parker just kept him at the end of the stick and boxed that range, that was perfect. Parker was definitely up on the cards, up on my little eye. He left Fabio at least 3 rounds in the dust. He did. Even 4. But as we know, Fabio's got that equaliser. I thought Parker could be the better 𝐽𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞. And to be honest, 𝐽𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞 fought a better fight than Joseph Parker against Fabio Wardley. I did say if Parker couldn't beat Wardley, it looks bad on Parker. And if Wardley was to lose, it wouldn't look bad on Wardley. Because he's relatively new and doesn't have the extensive amateur career at all. 4 white-collar fights versus Joseph Parker, ex-champ, you know, and he was supposed to, on the books, on paper, supposed to win that fight. I know the whole boxing world, majority, I didn't see anybody pick Fabio Wardley to win, but my guy, Fight Fan Figures, picked Parker to lose and Fabio to win. He picked Fabio Wardley to beat Parker by, I think it was a KO, late round stoppage. Yeah. And he was 100% correct. Great stuff. So Parker was gassing out. They both got a little knackered, let's just tell the truth. But Fabio's conditioning much better. He got like a second wind and but it looked like he punched himself out. Probably round 10, 11. And, you know, because he really throws some spiteful, meanie shots. Got some good combos himself with the hooks to the body, jab, hooks, uppercuts, shot selection. You know, nothing out of this world that Joseph Parker shouldn't have been able to handle. Parker got backed up onto the ropes, backed up one rope one side, the other rope one side. And I thought he was going to go down at certain spots in the fight, but he didn't. Parker's got a great chin. He's got decent footwork, great hand speed. He's just too slow. And the game plan was just wrong. First half of the fight, he should have banked all them rounds. He should have banked every single round. Like, he should have banked the first 7, 8 rounds. And then if you wanted to do a little bit of brawling and toe-to-toe, you could have tried that for another 2 rounds. Maybe you would have gave away those 2 rounds. But I would have just comfortably outboxed that range. But, you know, I'm not a fighter. You must know what he's supposed to do. It's quite remarkable that he just showed that he didn't know what to do. It was interesting. I'm glad that Fabio Wardley won because he's a fellow Brit. But I am calling a spade, and that definitely was a premature stoppage. Howard Foster is known for this anyway. And although Joseph Parker, he's been in the game long enough at the age of 33 to be able to make sure, fire back. Because at the first onslaught, he fired back a couple of shots, shelled up, ducked and dodged and slipped. And Fabio wasn't landing all of those shots. Then when they kind of moved to the other set of the ropes, and Fabio threw two shots, and Howard Foster stepped in. So it was ridiculous. Considering that Parker was up on the cards, the referee should know who the fighters are that they're refereeing. And you know Parker is a veteran. You know by watching Parker's fights or officiating Parker's previous fights that he has a chin. He wasn't in mad trouble. And the magnitude of the fight. If Parker was to go down, let him go down. Parker should have took a knee. Maybe there should have been a standing 8 count. Something like that. Because he could have thrown away a round. It would have been fine. He was up on the cards 3, 4, 5 rounds up. So the referee, it just made this like a not great win for Fabio with everybody. I can imagine when he's online and seeing everybody go, no, premature. Because there's lots of times when fighters recover from an onslaught. And it was only 2 rounds left. It was the rest of the 11th and then the 12th. So Howard Foster just got this all Stop hiring Howard Foster for real big fights, because you ruin careers like that. Howard Foster goes on to get booked somewhere else. Joseph Parker has to return to the drawing board and re-strategize. And some fighters, it just breaks their momentum, breaks their spirit, and they either retire and, or get thrown all the way to the back of the queue. But I mean, Joseph Parker has many a fight. He's only 33. He can get back that fight, Daniel Dubois. He could fight Anthony Joshua for a rematch. He could go and fight a Dempsey McKean to feel good about himself again, knock him out. You could fight Justice Hooney. You could go and fight, that's a common opponent with Fabio Wardley. See what you can do with him. You get some rounds in for sure, because he hadn't had many. He was shelved. I mean, Frank Warren literally just forgot about him, and he must be sick to the back teeth that he didn't really necessarily need to take this fight. He could have sat on his laurels and waited for, what was happening with Usyk. But at the end of the day, he's a consummate professional and he wanted to stay active. So Frank Warren really did him a bit of a disservice in this. But there's many a fight, and I think he'll be back, and he'll probably just have a load of fights within this next 12-month calendar year, and it'd be okay. Well, he'll be barred from sparring for a minute due to being stopped. I think that would be probably a month suspension, and then continue after that into sparring and get back on the horse. Fabio Wardley, amazing. He called out Usyk. We'll see. That'll be a great fight. Anyway, and we'll see what Usyk decides to do. Yeah. Whew. Poor Joseph Parker, but congratulations. Boxing's not fair. Boxing is only loyal to boxing. Boxing is never loyal to boxers. And I think Joseph Parker needs to stop being so nice and just start raining on people and be like what the? I want to fight and I want to do this now. Alexander Usyk should have been made to vacate that belt, because he's only going to come back and get it back like he did the IBF. Okay, no, I'm 4 times undisputed. He could have just did that. That should have been made to have happened, because these things are just take fighters off of their path, off of their trajectory, and it's a shame. But Fabio Wardley, there's a lot of fights, I guess. For him, he's going to be right in the thick of it now, and he's going to want to be a full champion. So if he fights Usyk, it's going to be for all the marbles, and that would be interesting to see. An interesting fight for the UK for sure. Imagine coming from white collar to within 20 and change fights, you're fighting for undisputed, arguably the best heavyweight on the planet. Ain't God wild? And if it's not Usyk next, I mean, everybody's locked on anyway to Fabio Wardley. So let's see what he does next, and we're excited for him for sure. England is in the building. So, commiserations to Joseph Parker, and congratulations to Fabio Wardley, who beats Joseph Parker in 11th round stoppage. Wow. Shouts out. So I just thought I'd bring up from me to you, from you to me. Ew dares, Rodders. Ew dares. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞 rep nonetheless. Come box with Shan. Gan. Joseph Parker's space in the queue. God. He's left the buildings in. Gan.